We're live. Welcome everyone
It is
to
7:30.
Surf and Turf.
Hallelujah edition.
Okay, so why is this?
That was not a joke, Henry, just so you know.
Yeah, no, but
Awesome.
this is also not a joke. Why is the video not showing up anymore?
What else? What did I expect? What is this? Where are we? What is this?
God,
Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
even know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Oh, Henry.
oh, it's Henry.
Henry, I love your new headphones.
Nice fit, Henry.
Ew,
Henry's new
boo.
buddy.
Tomato.
YouTuber.
Aw. Wow.
I always feel like Henry's what?
Home movie of a modern man.
An intimate moment with a modern man.
Hi. Hello, Leo with love. Hello, Solosod Live. Thank you for Pot Friend and the real Pot Friend, Measly One Smirk. This is Surf and Turf, be it open season, earworm, smokescreen, or whatever it is that we do here. We here. Join your local Tim Hortons. Strike against Tim himself. Do we know anything about Tim Horton?
Nope.
Hockey player?
Really?
I believe so.
You're thinking of Nat Bailey, baseball player.
Alright, so I guess correction, we collectively know one thing about Tim Horton.
Is that wedges?
Is
A
that
hockey
here's a
player.
hue?
What is wedges?
The best Tim Horton item, potato wedges.
I've never been.
What?
That's not true, but can you imagine?
Hey guys, it's me, Henry.
So today, as often ever before, we are spinning a yarn, spinning a tale, spinning a craft. To bring you up to speed with all of Surf and Turf won't be necessary after too much longer. So I would ask you to go to youtube.yom/
Hell.
Oh no. Henry is using can you tell us a little bit about your camera setup today, Henry?
Yeah, okay, so this actually might not work, but it's fine. Let's put it out. Oh wait, hold on. What's this doing? Oh no. Okay. So yeah, basically, I've got my shitty webcam, which has, to be fair, never worked well.
No.
Uh,
Since session 1 even.
acting up again. Well, yeah, because and I will say it was like $30 maybe, and it is once again acting a fool basically, and so I thought I would just use this camcorder that I've been, circa maybe the year 2000-ish, probably a little earlier than that.
Yeah,
I've been
which
using
was
to
even
sort of
cheaper.
Document things to have and hold, and I thought maybe I could just plug that in to the computer and use it as a camera device.
And yet
It seems to be not made to be used as a webcam, so I think it sort of times out after a couple seconds.
without
after
like
we're
actually
getting-
recording onto a tape.
Yeah.
Well,
okay,
what
so I'm gonna maybe scrap this idea and continue fiddling with my webcam while we get the show rolling here.
Okay, yeah.
I love the idea of Henry recording all of this, but just like from his camera onto like tape.
Wait, have you guys not been taping every session of Surf and Turf like I've been asking?
I only have an hour of tape, so I have to sort of guess what happens in most of the episodes.
Yeah, the 3-hour
Alright,
sessions are really rough on our budget.
Yeah, you're telling me. I have to hire writers and like actors and shit for those ones. It's a whole thing.
Mhm.
So it's been a minute since we've done this whole thing. We'll get to what specifically happened at the last session in just half a second. But I think
It sounds like one of us said something really bad the way that you're saying it.
we'll
address
address
the allegations.
we'll address what happened last session in a
You
bit.
know what we did.
We're all going to be releasing separate YouTube videos on the main channel, just to, like, there's a lot of overlap in how we feel about what happened last session. We just want to make sure that everything is like crystal
Right.
clear, right? Specifically
Michael
from
Robbie
Luna's
as
point
well.
of view. Yeah, I mean, she knows what she did. I think Women are my favorite guy. I think that we could benefit from a little bit of warm up, a little bit getting the ball rolling, so that our improvisational skills are sharp as a kind of family atomic unit. We're kind of in sync and in line.
Speaking
So
of which, actually, can we just say this? I didn't see Oppenheimer, but I did have a first night that I bad.
I don't what?
sorry, you had a bit told me that were bad.
The dream that I had, in the dream that I had, Oppenheimer was very bad, and I didn't enjoy myself. They kept like moving, like they were playing it in the theater, like off of a computer, and they kept like moving the cursor over the screen so that the like timestamp would pop up. Play button on the
So
phone.
they could figure out how long it was going to be till Oppenheimer was over.
Yeah, it was nonsensical.
And it was
really
Cillian Murphy
long.
doing this.
I don't even know if he was in it, to be honest.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah, well, in the version that I saw in my dream, I should say.
Of course.
He was the
The
Scarecrow.
director's
Let's
cut.
remember.
Okay, so one of these probably. I have. Should I just create my 10th video capture device in OBS? For the
Yeah, I
occasion?
mean, it's, having too
What
many
could go
video capture
wrong?
devices has never stopped me before. I think that we should warm up this stream with a little game of Zip Zap Zop, just kind of get us in the.
No,
All right.
I don't think we should.
I'm ready.
Okay, all right.
No.
Okay,
Try me.
okay. Zip.
Zap.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out first. There we go.
Henry here? Nope.
Nope.
Henry here.
Yeah. Now, okay, and it's mirrored for me twice.
I have Luna. I have Max.
Luna Max.
Oh.
Get ripped. With
What's
Luna
that?
Max.
Sorry, Henry.
Sorry, I'm working on it. That's not the right.
What is?
What is that?
I don't know. It's a video capture device. I don't know why I looked like that.
I'm sure it is.
Home movies.
Do I? What is?
Oh.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm
better.
working on it.
Is Henry compromised?
I think Henry, much like the forces that have governed our universe and universes past for cycles upon cycles of thousands upon trillions of perhaps eternities, Henry might perhaps be a little compromised right now. Reese, tell the people what they need to know.
Well, Henry's time on the show has come to an end. Frankly, I think that's.
And that
about
makes
all we can
sense.
do.
That is absolutely.
Hey
fair.
guys, it's me, Henry.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a bad power that we have.
Yep.
Can I just say, I honestly have no actual idea why the video input device looks like it. Like, I
Yeah,
have
you've
no
never
idea.
fucked around with a video input device beyond repair in OBS before.
No, I have, but I usually at least know why it's doing that. Like, I don't know why this one is should just be a camera.
And
Shouldn't
yet,
be doing that, and I don't know what it's like feeding back from it. Like,
I mean, it's pretty clearly got the
Green.
scroll filter on it, so maybe turn off some of the filters on it.
oh yeah, okay. No filters on that one.
Really? Wow. Okay.
It's a cool webcam.
It's a very cool webcam you find yourself with there. So okay, I'm gonna
what?
get myself
Oh,
some
where am
wine,
I?
and then I'm gonna recap what happened last time. Luna, tell people a little bit about Morgan.
Morgan is just a cool guy. A real, some might say, fun guy. Mushroom joke.
Okay, that I know what it's doing. Fuck me.
This is.
It is possible.
Is there any meaning in
this
the
camera has
last name
finally
Savaris?
just died for real? Which would be kind of funny because I've used it for this whole fucking show, and it's never worked well, but it's always worked kind of.
Like eventually, you know. I'm gonna try plugging it into a front USB port.
Is that like a
This is the-
metaphor for surf and turf?
Yeah, this might be canon. I'm really sorry about my camera. Okay, hold on.
It's
Hold on.
no, it's still a black screen. We're
Oh,
we're,
well, I
we're
know, but
holding.
it at least made a noise when I played.
Bear with us, folks. Bear with us.
This is
Henry's
most
broadcasting
free
from.
stream.
We're bouncing Henry's signal off of 14 different satellites to get it to your home screens today. If you experience difficulties, do not adjust your set.
Christ. Okay.
I'm on tenterhooks, folks.
This is the most pre-stream actual stream we've ever had.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Hang on, I'm making a backup, Henry, in case everything goes wrong.
Hello, Simon. Welcome back to Surf and Turf. I fucking hate children. Jin. Henry, you keep doing that one, and I need you to understand that that's not helping.
That's true. I'm just gonna remove that from the scene. Okay, but the problem here, I still don't know why I was doing that before. Really, the problem here is that this camera seems to be like nothing. This might just be completely dead.
Plugged into computer.
I'm sending a backup, Henry.
Okay, so we're gonna need Henry to bike to my house. And okay, yeah, sorry. Let me just pull up. So we've got a super sophisticated kind of AI modulation. We took a 4D scan of Henry's head. So we've got this thing that's going to live react to Henry's voice in a way that's going to be so seamless people aren't even going to notice that it's different.
Oh my god, it's the whole thing.
Give me a second. It's very fucking very delicate technology that I'm working with here.
You're not in studio mode?
What and what's that?
Oh, right. You use OBS Labs or...
No, there is studio mode in Slavs.
Oh, there is.
I mean, I could just join this call on my phone, right?
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
worse.
What's the fun in that?
My mic quality would be worse, but the video quality would be at least.
Well,
there.
you've got such like wooden plastic reaction to things that I don't think people will notice anyways.
That's so true.
Does anybody want to say what Surf and Turf is, or shall I just jump right into it? Or Henry, are you going to keep
This is
trying
pretty
to...
much it.
Henry, what are you doing at Reese's house?
Just hanging out.
Just hanging around.
So basically, Surf and Turf is a little story dreamt up by yours truly, where basically heaven is lobsters and hell is
So forth.
a nice steak
Steak?
munching on dirt, and we exist within it, within the town of Cabaret, California. There lies a sleepy little grocery store called Commander and Cheers General Store. And at this point, you really don't need to know about that at all.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Basically, we used to be coworkers, and now everything sucks.
We're still coworkers.
Not Morgan.
Correct.
Yeah, because
Kevin and I are still coworkers.
one of our assistant managers died.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin's now my employer instead of my coworker.
So, last time on Surf and Turf, our valorous and brave young hunters. Yeah, I'm not sure about a lot of the adjectives that were thrown out there. Who writes this shit? Bahaha. Found themselves quite literally in between the throes of heaven and hell, both severely and materially and emotionally compromised. Whoa!
Back.
Oh, glorious.
Not that people at home would know it.
No. I
Okay.
don't know what I changed, but I just need to be so careful in putting this back up because. Oh wait, what the? Oh,
That's not Henry. That's the ceiling. Silly.
Strange orb of light.
I will say this wave overlay is confusingly named OBS.png,
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's a bad idea,
which
right?
makes it really hard to find all the time. Okay, and we're back. We're back in business.
When last we left our hunters, they were in a reality adjacent location set up for them and with them by friend of the stream, the Brian, also known as Backstabber, also known as Ratburn, also known as how's this one for you? Fern. Might have been Backstabber the whole time. We'll never know.
What about Lover?
Back Lover? Oh no, he's not coming to the show yet. Can't keep doing this to me. Can't keep getting away with this. Things were looking very dire for our hunters. Heaven and hell were seconds in the literal sense, however many sessions away from ripping each other and themselves to shreds, leaving pretty much nothing behind except for Hyphae, a twisted and punished snake of a fungal entity that had grown and twisted itself within the two guiding forces of the universe. All making sense so far?
Of course.
Trent Cotchery, 21. Morgan Sabarius, 25. Kevin Christ, 19 billion. Q Alpenglow, 21, and there's no way you and Q are 21. And Amber Grease,
We never said anyone's ages before.
48. No, I've said Trent's age a couple times. It's always I get younger every time I say it. Find yourselves at a conference table in this liminal adjacent space. You were just in direct contact with the Nautilus of Heaven, twisted and grippered by Hyphae's gross sinewy strands, and the Cyclogrease of Hell. You have convinced Hell and Heaven to pour pretty much all of their divine and indivine energies directly through Trent again, in the guise of using it as a big blast to destroy the other side once and for all. However, our hunters have a tricksy and nefarious plan. They have ambitions higher than this universe we find ourselves in. They wish to appeal to whatever adjudicating force rules for the game that Heaven and Hell have been playing with and against each other with the universe for all time. Is it going to work? I don't know, man. I'm just here for the frickin' ride. Any questions?
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, it was to you three, not to chat. Now is not the time for a Q&A.
That will be after. Please, no questions until the end.
We join in media res. You can see in the distance, down this kind of higher vantage point hill that you found yourselves on, this glimmering white military force that is occupying this hypothetical town filled with the real and not real bits of hell that are here. It's all I've done a great job here. Heaven is almost fully enraptured in Hyphae's twisting, icky grasp. Hell is been battered and pushed aside and is trying to hold on to the last grasps of, if we keep Hyphae from being grabbed by Heaven, maybe this will all continue existing. But you can see a stirring amidst both of their forces. A susurrus fills the air around you as Heaven begins to emit more light, more wet, and more whole than any you have seen before. And Heaven and Hell seems to gain a magnitude and a strength of crystallization there ahead of you. You are not currently being blasted by heavenly and hellish energy, but its rising action is upon you. You have some moments to reflect, and our hunters are there. Amber turns to you, Trent. She does not look very happy. And she says, as such, Trent, I can't say I'm very happy. I would like to have more of an option to tell you that this is a very, very, very bad idea. However, if you'll hear my case, I don't know. I don't see this not killing you, based on how the last kind of Heaven Blast went. However, I don't see the things outside of this not killing you either. So I think this is legitimately probably the best chance that we get. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of things that I've not said to you that I would want to, but...
And certainly nothing that you could repeat here.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, as always, Kevin.
Yep.
I'm happy to have known you, Trent Cotchery. And whatever kind of moves past from this, I have a funny feeling I'll manage to know and find you again. You,
Wait.
Captain Morgan,
I
hatted
just-
fool.
Wanna
Hey, I thought I was Morgan.
But
I wanna walk up and hug her
Mm.
and just like whisper in her ear, like, thank you for being a part of my life, regardless of how small of a time span it took. I hope I took up a bigger place in your heart than that time could ever make up for.
Probably more than most other humans I've ever met, present company excluded. Y'all are great. Morgan, you're no Trent. That's kind of my thing. Kevin, you're not a human, so you shouldn't look offended by this. Why do you?
There's also 2 of Kevin, so like,
He's not here.
and that's Brad. That's my mistake.
True.
Right.
We all have got a lot to learn from.
Has an appropriate amount of time passed that I can join this,
Thruple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're past the dating period. Come here, Kev.
Yeah.
Oh.
Q looks again kind of scared, a little sullen. It's kind of their whole thing. Like, I don't really rightly know how this was all. Oh, sorry, incoming ad break. I'm gonna snooze that real quick. Ads are snoozed for 5 minutes. We don't need advertisement on this one right now. I don't really know what this is gonna mean. I feel like we're playing with shit above our pay grade here. Trent, it's okay that you didn't come to my my defense. Just gonna put that out there, just so like if there's like more of a heaven and a hell than what we've seen, I just want there to be like no unfinished business that I've got from behind here. I forgive everyone and everything for everyone and everything. Kev, is that legally binding?
No, not at all, but it's a nice sentiment.
Okay, I appreciate that. I never got my boating license. That's a regret for me.
I'm sorry to hear. I can give you an honorary boating license as a former representative of Heaven.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I can.
Oh my god.
And it will be legally binding in at least the state of California, if nothing else.
I think that would probably be good for me.
I hand them a very crumpled, card, I guess, from my pocket, or like a certificate. It looks like their name was written on it, like when I put it in my pocket.
Insane, of course, yeah.
Probably decades ago.
I really don't want to like ruin the moment.
Yeah.
But Q, is there a reason you couldn't get your boating license? Like, is there a reason why you shouldn't have one?
I was busy. I had stuff to do.
Okay.
I thought
So
that
it's not-
I thought a motorcycle was going to be more convenient for me to get to and from university, Trent.
I just didn't know if you perhaps failed the boating test.
Well, now I've passed the boating test in the eyes of the Lord.
Well, in the eyes of the law, for sure.
And the Lord. Well, actually, I mean, the law mostly.
Morgan, you kind of got roped into this at the last possible minute. Can we?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just as a I don't know,
You want to
kind
get
of
in on this group hug?
unbiased outsider. Do you want a hug? Like, you and me, we're kind of mush brothers.
Yeah, sure. I was kind of hoping to go to grad school, but
You're
guess
going,
not.
You're going to the big grad school in the sky, bud. Like, yeah, Kev, can you just like, can you give it? What should we expect post life?
You couldn't possibly understand, but you're gonna find out soon, so it'll be fine.
I mean, I was in heaven, right? Like,
Yeah, and you understood it perfectly, right?
I didn't understand it at all, but I saw that there was
Also,
like
you
some
were
spirits
alive.
in a yeah.
I guess I don't know. Heaven is good.
Hell's also kind of
saw-
good.
Yeah.
Depends.
They're both
Uh,
chill, I
I've
guess.
heard-
in
I-
different
We
ways.
don't know if there will be. I mean, I don't want to be a sort of a Debbie Downer, but you might just be nothing. It's a possibility.
I
But-
was gonna say, if we're blowing up both heaven and hell, where are we going?
Yeah, that's the thing, because
Great question.
post life is for some people going back somewhere that they've been before. For some people, it's like a whole new thing. It depends. Like Kevin and me, we've done this a couple times now. Kevin, you saw the last universe, yeah?
Yeah,
You were a fish at the time.
I think so.
Well,
I
if
mean,
a-
it's all sort of blurry because
Yeah.
I was underwater. So yeah,
True,
really
true. I just think that the way I always look at it is like, if a fish could end up where Kevin is now, I think you guys are going to be okay.
Oh well, Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, there's also an old there's like an old hell joke that like we might not be able. So like, I would say that hell is other people and heaven is otter people.
Wow.
That just it might not be applicable going forward. So
Never heard that one.
no, oh wow, that's an old joke. Yeah, the devil told me that one.
You must have missed it, and that was pre your son.
Capital T, capital D. Yeah, number
yeah.
one.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Oh, that's for me to know and you to find out. He became hell. In shorts.
Oh, that guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
The devil. Yeah.
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 I mean, I guess we're pretty close to the end. Do you guys want to know who it was?
Sure.
Come
Was it
on.
Daniel?
Come on.
Oh,
I can't tell you that. That's not how this works. Come on. It's like we got to be funny right near the end. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. We all know who it was. Winks at camera.
he knows what he did.
You guys see an ad's going to start in 9 minutes and 49 seconds. So we got to be cognizant of that for our literal twos of viewers at home. You guys can see in the distance the ground beneath hell as begin to fracture and split. There is a warm, like soft orange light that is just kind of beginning to just kind of push the ground up around it. And in the ocean / crowds of heaven, you see this this kind of it's like a heat refraction in the air. It's this like shimmering and kind of pushing a pulsating light, for lack of a better word, that are beginning to turn almost. This light and this force are beginning to kind of seep and like push together from where you guys are sitting very, very slowly, but they begin to undulate and thin out, both pointing towards Trent. What do folks find themselves doing? Is there a preparation people want to do for the upcoming magic? What are people planning on this to look like? Like how you guys want to use this power to kind of, I don't know, call a judge to the table is kind of the vibes that you guys are giving off. What are you guys doing to make that happen?
I guess finalizing paperwork. Just doing some writing on some little pages that I also pretty crumpled.
Yellow
Just, like,
legal pad. The air around you kind
I
of
just make notes to myself.
kinda-
You wouldn't know.
it'd be honestly be rude of us to try to read in those. The air around you kind of thickens for a second, and Backstabber, who had been giving you guys a little bit of space, kind of coalesces next to you. It's like, well, this isn't what I sound like. This was as far as I'd ever gotten before. And depending on how this ends up, it's either going to be the universe like this kind of infinitely, or it's going to be back to square one. I'm going to try for this, try to perfect my run. I'd like to, can I make a promise now before what I think might happens, where my words might seem a little bit more empty?
Please go ahead.
I'm gonna try to do a bit of a. I want to. Do you guys play Undertale?
Oh, yeah. Good game.
Yeah, Morgan, you get it. I think it's out right now, right? I think Toby Fox has released that game. If not, you guys ever watched Homestuck? So what we did this time was a bit of a imperfect run. It wasn't a genocide run. I wasn't directly trying to kill people, nor was it a pacifist run. Which is, I'm going to say this now, whatever the next universe is, I'm going to try to be harm-free, less harm. Because seeing what my child turned into under the throes of exterior control and being forced to try to live out my dream, I don't like that because it caused the entire universe to kind of implode. You got to let them be their own person. So I'm just saying that now. I don't take full onus for everything that's going on here, but I did perhaps miscalculate a few moves down the line. It did work for my goals of becoming God, but I also think that my goal of becoming a God is going to be useful to you chads and chapettes.
Backstabber has started to sound like a character from
problem.
Seinfeld, if not Seinfeld himself.
What's the deal with heaven and hell? Yeah, it's fun.
Backstabber's notes app apology, basically.
Yeah, scrolling. Yeah.
Look, what I did was funny, okay? Can we all agree on that? I'm not gonna apologize for doing something funny.
I'm not a groomer, just a tumor who didn't understand that you shouldn't talk to fans. Like that one, everybody?
That's great. Did you come up with that?
No, that was what's her name? Miranda Speaks. Haters
Wow.
back off.
Is that an actual line?
I'm not a groomer, just a loser.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Thank you, Lee with love. You get a gold star and a bagel.
I mean,
This-
we
please.
can try and influence, like when we, square one the universe, we can try and balance things out to make a peaceful run more of an option, a pacifist run.
I've certainly got some ideas, but we're gonna see if what is past this proverbial door is what I think is past this proverbial door. I have a pitch now, however, if you guys want to hear it.
I mean, there's
Yeah, go for it.
literally
Sure.
might not be time after this.
So
That's-
long since I knew what I was doing.
That's
in
very
any
fair.
capacity.
Now, hear me out. The last time around, aggregation and production, as I like to call the kind of preservation / ruin type vibe that we have going here, that was put as the ocean and as the beneath the earth, which I find woefully inefficient and also just marked with a lot of like tedious imagery that we don't need. Now,
Like, there's a lot of ambiguity.
there's a lot of
there as well, I feel
ambiguity
like.
there. And I cannot promise you are once again, you're seeing me now as I am completed. Like I am all of myself here, which allows me, thank you, to think with a little bit more clarity. When I squeeze a single drop of myself from where I was pre-universe to inside the universe, you're telling me, it dilates me and it makes me a little different every single time. What if we cut out the middleman and just made me heaven from the beginning?
Hmm.
You can have a moment. You can have a minute. I don't know
Can I get
how
a
long you have.
byline from
I have a voice memo on my phone from that you guys might find a little appealing. That might lend a little credence to my argument.
Well, I guess you can play it before we do the sidebar.
So yeah, it's a Rat Cyber pulls out their Google Pixel 1, goes the voice memo app. Yeah, camera wasn't very good yet. It goes,
No, the camera's amazing on the original Google Pixel.
you've not seen the Google Pixel 9. And you see their grubby rat-like fingers kind of. You hear it. Hello? Is this the? Yes, I think that's a good. And then it just cuts off from there. It's like, oh, well, that was gonna be a really heartfelt thing from Vernon, but I don't think I recorded the right part of that. That's okay.
Wow.
Well, just take that as you will.
For the
And
episode, I guess.
yeah, it's always nice to hear his voice. He's off collating some very important paperwork right now. And Backstabber winks at you, Morgan, is like, Morgan, what do you think he'd say? You met the guy, right?
Oh,
Oh, I'm thinking of Trent. Trent.
Yeah, great. Okay. Yeah, can we just have a moment?
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Yeah, no, we have literally nothing but time.
what?
Sorry, my phone's
It's great
ringing.
because I can see you open the.
Oh my god, you totally can. Oh my god.
I just meant.
I
to
kept
connect on
thinking
a
you were
password that
adjusting
is
Henry's
last time.
volume.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, wasn't our plan to do like a democracy type thing?
Yeah, I
Was
feel
that
like
not
we
the
were like
agreement?
resetting the powers to 0 and then like distributing it evenly.
Yeah. Rat burn.
If 4 people pick a rat to be heaven, that's democracy.
Right, we're just deciding.
Sorry,
Also, this is
sorry.
supposed to be a side
Just
mission,
had to have my gotta have my 2 cents heard.
I feel like we should, if we do, I wonder if we could like become like a council instead of having like a heaven hell. You know, instead of having a 3-party system, could we have like a
Yeah, that's kind of what I was envisioning.
A
I mean, it
round
would kind of
table.
suck for us because we would just be at like a meeting, I think, forever. But
yeah?
Better
might
than
be better
dead.
for-
We definitely need like an
guess.
agent of heaven, an agent of hell, an agent of the brine, and
Neutral party.
a neutral. What are humans? Sorry, I'm very lost with a lot of things that are happening. What are humans?
What are humans?
They're pretty cool.
Humans are
No, but like,
people.
Nothing but a miserable bag of secrets.
are they neither of heaven nor hell nor?
You guys are what
Well, they're of
happens.
Earth.
You guys are what happens. Kind of. You're just kind of like the universe's dirty little secret / accident. You make it all work. You make it all happen. Like you're just kind of just kind of there. Not as a kind of diss on you. Yeah, says Amber. I agree.
So, are
Trent is
we-
suddenly feeling very small in the universe
Speaking of which,
for the first time in the campaign.
you guys can
goes
see that
slowly.
moving pretty comically slowly in comparison. Again, there's a bit of a slowed down time thing. These 2 beams, one of just like purest like light and one of like warm, red hot, cool ass heat beam, are focusing their way onto Trent. Trent, I'm gonna need you to give me just a straight up and down weird roll, please.
Sounds good.
And all kind of sound.
Ad break ends in 28 seconds.
Should I wait?
Yeah, this is big money stuff. We need Solo to see this one.
How much do
A
you get?
28-second ad.
I get
definitely.
pretty much every month I get a $7 transfer from Twitch.
That's pretty good.
That's
That's not bad.
That's like passive income.
Actually, wait. Am I still subscribed to you on Twitch? Yeah, that's passive income. You don't do any work for this.
yeah. I mean, they mainly pay me to do stuff like this. It's just like some Coco Melon shit. Like whoa.
So we're deciding on the like round table council vibe for the new universe.
That was what I was hoping for.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was envisioning as well.
Would be cool.
Yeah,
You're not getting
sounds
Heaven's
all-
Place though. You have your own representation, Ratburn.
Representing all of heaven.
No, representing your own party as the brine,
I like
and you
that.
will be treated as equal as heaven,
That I do appreciate.
and also as equal to hell. Everyone will have a say.
As you can see right now, Ska is just skyrocketing.
How's the ad?
Sorry, did you guys? I guess you wouldn't have. I love the TTS for the subscriptions. Rat. Well, yeah. Hit us with that. The ad break is over. Hit me with that weird roll,
Okay.
Henry. By which I mean Reese.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
What did you get? That would make sense.
Oh,
That would happen.
I got a 12.
Wow.
So again,
And I have advanced on my. Technically, I have advanced empath, which is like my weird substitute role. So
Natural 30.
wow. Bro, I got with this girl last night. She was a natural 30.
Meeting.
Yeah, she was meaning to me all night. So this is 2 comically slow beams of like truest massive cosmic energy converge on your kind of bod, Reese. And for a second, Trent is a glass man. He is paper thin. But then there's just this kind of calm.
did something to send me energy too, though.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of things at play on this young
Yeah,
man's
yeah.
body right now. There's a lot of people putting spin on his ball.
There's a lot of chefs in this kitchen.
Yeah. Amber stands to one side of you, and that kind of same hellish kind of wanton glow. Wanton is not the word. Sorry, wanton glow fills her body. Yeah, Kevin, do you stand on the heaven side of this boy?
Yeah. Seems right to do.
Q, Backstabber, and Morgan, the three of you stand kind of away from this space, and you see Trent, like Voldemort style, flaking the fuck away at the edge of his existence. I need you to understand, anything other than a complete success, Trent would have immediately died doing this. Let's just put that aside for a second.
Right. Which is crazy, but
it had to
we
happen.
like to do narrative roles here on Surf and Turf.
Yeah, we like to. We always aim for approachability. A Trent-shaped hole is where Trent is. If that makes sense. You can see this space in the fucking world that Trent is, by very nature of standing there, completely filling up. And Trent, you can feel that you are at the very minimum 2 places at once right now. You feel this kind of like hot, arid sun from this kind of dusty in-between place near you. And then at your back, you feel a cold, cold wind. You know that currently this kind of hole in whatever is stable right now, and you hear something crack and break behind you. What is everyone doing? You three first, and then how the other people react is going to kind of occur. And if I may, the scene of heaven and hell behind you is currently frozen at a standstill in this kind of pretty momentous magic moment. Melt in your mouth meatballs.
Yeah, I feel like I can't take any action other than like focusing on like what I'm supposed to be doing. Right
Doesn't
now.
feel good, by the mean,
No,
does not feel good.
I don't.
How much harm is our boy at?
I mean, I have 1 marked.
No,
so-
you have 4 marked.
Yeah. I'm unstable.
Kev, Morg, what are you guys doing? And Morgan,
I have.
hands itchy.
Ooh.
It's that scientist eczema.
Yeah, that's appropriate for my next thing because I have a thing called hunches, and that is when something bad is happening or just about to happen. It does specify somewhere that you aren't, but I don't really know where we are right now, so I feel like this could apply.
There's a lot of places that you are/aren't right now.
Can I use my favorite move of all time?
Of course.
I would love
Oops,
to do
and
that
a
right
hunch.
now. Yeah.
Oops, and a
Which
hunch.
just means I stumble across something important.
Now, do either of you have to roll like dice or whatever for either of these moves?
Yes.
Okay,
don't.
okay, let's deal with that first.
And I
Give
will
me-
say I've been very kind in using this move very occasionally because there's literally no mechanical
no
limit on how many things
limitation
stumble
even
across.
whatsoever, a little bit at ever. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, roll us this hunch check, Morgan.
Okay.
Stand up
yes.
straight.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. 3 plus 6 plus 2.
Plus 6?
I got a 6 on one.
Oh, I see.
3 on the other.
makes-
That's an
makes-
11.
Okay. What does that mean? I don't know what.
On a 10 plus, you know where you're needed and you get there just in time.
Okay. And oops. So you.
Hey, you're the one
Max-
who asked us to do something.
Max, also, I have a question.
Yeah,
just
but
quickly.
yeah.
On a 12 plus advanced empath roll, I get an impression and I may ask a follow-up question that the keeper will answer honestly. If I'm using empath on like the power of the universe, could I get like an impression
Yep.
of like, the truthfulness of the universe itself?
So Trent, there is someone standing behind you, maybe about 5 paces. The sound you just heard was them dropping something. and you are getting an overwhelming sense of dread and fear coming from behind you. Morgan, you feel a deep in the fungal recesses of your central nervous system, you feel a splitting like all around you. You feel every lump of hyphae left on Earth is moving completely independently of each other, and you feel a big full irrational nervous system response happening through all of hyphae within heaven, hell, earth, wheresoever. So the danger to hyphae is currently sensed everywhere, but you know that on the other side of Trent there is true danger. Oops.
I think it was an oops that wasn't that where we got the famous streamer stumped emote?
Yes.
You're like walking around like this.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. That was a classic.
Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I like my favorite bit of text in Oops is that it does not have to be related to what's going on right now.
No, yeah. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important, just not necessarily relevant right now.
Kind of not a lot not to be relevant right now.
Kevin, you realize that you have always known where Trent is. You have a pretty direct kind of mainline connection to him. Furthermore, in this hug that you entered, this verbal pact of a hug that you entered with Amber and Trent, you feel more than ever that you are fully privy to their relationship. You are 90% sure that Amber is pregnant.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot to do with that information right now.
Backstabber says the only thing that I think we need to do is pretty much collectively spear tackle Trent through that hole and just see whatever the fuck is on the other side. Who's with me? Yahor!
Yeah, I guess. I'm having a hard time being excited, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, friends?
I don't think Trent can act in physicality. But if Trent is sensing danger,
Yeah. You're
He
sensing
will-
you're sensing dread is the
I'm sensing
big
dread.
emotion that you're feeling from behind you.
Do I know who's feeling that emotion?
Whomsoever is looking at your back right now. I can re-describe the physical feeling that Trent is getting from the other side of this.
Does Kevin get any of that from Trent at all?
Roll me weird. See how in line you are with the boy.
9.
Yeah, you're getting a splashback
+1.
of you're getting a splashback of dread through Trent. It's a real stomach churning, toe curling emotion, and you have such a strong urge to just shut your eyes and not engage. That's the feeling that you're getting from the other side of this kind of door, for lack of a better term.
I'm just gonna push through with it.
Yeah, literally or figuratively.
I guess both, but it seems like dread would be a pretty normal thing to be feeling right now. And so I think Kevin's just gonna do what needs to be done and sort of tackle Trent through the hole.
Okay. Roll. Let's call that act under pressure, just to see how this plays out.
I get a 1 somehow. 7.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of let go of Trent's hand that I'm assuming you were holding on to, and you go step back and go for like a running start to just kind of like push Trent through this Trent-shaped hole, and things you kind of like snag on the end of it, the edge of it a little bit, and Kevin, I'm gonna need you to take 2 harm, ignoring your armor, just kind of from touching whatever kind of weird matter this is, and you can feel this whole. It's not like immediately like destroying itself, but it is going to be shrinking and quickly. You have Backstabber, Q, Amber, and Morgan on the other side of this hole. Morgan reaches through to grab your hand, Kev, and reaches to grab you, Morgan.
Wait, sorry, who was on the other side of that hole?
Everyone that didn't just jump through. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
You are.
We haven't seen where the hole leads.
Yeah,
yet.
you are currently face down on the ground, Trent,
Okay.
having been tackled through by Kevin. But you can see this Trent-shaped kind of laceration in the air is
I see.
closing in and pretty quick.
Is it like, just for like clarity, is it like a Doctor Strange like portal type thing?
No, it's
that's
like
Trent shaped.
it's like there's no like weird magical effect around the side of it. It's just like edge of.
But it is
space.
just like a hole. In
Yeah,
space,
it's real
right?
Looney Tunes
Okay.
ass Trent shape.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense to me now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to.
Do I have enough like wit about me to like look back through the hole and try to like pull through people through, or like have I just like smacked into the ground? Like that would be my move if I have time to do that.
I think that's going to be another act under pressure from
Okay.
you, Kev, if you're trying to yank people through.
8.
Okay. You can get. You can get Amber, or you can get Morgan and Q and Backstabber.
I mean, I gotta go with Amber on
Mm-hmm.
that one. I'm really sorry to Morgan and Q and back.
Morgan still gets action, but they will be completely unaided by Kev.
Right. So I guess I reach for Amber.
Yeah, she's closer. You yank her.
I'm gonna say
through.
Trent is like
Yeah.
not responsive right now. Was my energy being channeled into that?
Very
hole?
much so. Yeah, you feel horrible, Trent. And
Yeah.
Trent, you look at your hand and you are sorry. Let me just real quick. Just this is gonna be so worth it. I'm just gonna real quick. Just gonna
What, music cue?
better.
Art cue. Oh.
Morgan, what are you doing? Q and Backstabber are racing towards this Trent hole.
Yes. I don't know if. I have a feeling not all of us are going to be able to get in. I would much rather Q get in than Backstabber. So I'm going to use my Jinx ability. So I got to roll plus weird on a 10 plus. I get to like hold different abilities and then I can do different things with that roll.
Okay.
So I guess I'll roll weird right now. That is Snake Eyes
Oh my god.
plus 2. So that's a 4. So in this way, actually, you get to hold 2 over me. So I'm gonna just copy the list over and then
Thank you. Please do send that to me.
Yeah.
Never work against the brine is all I'm saying. Kevin, real quick, can you
Yeah.
do me a straight up and down weird roll?
Sorry, me?
Yeah. Oh, good
9.
Trent hole, Luna. You got a 9?
Yeah.
You can feel something familiar. There is a like tether that goes between you and the world before. Like where you can tell that wherever you are now is nowhere that anyone on, the quote unquote universe has ever been before. And you can feel a familiarity keeping you tied to something on the other side of this hole. And as you're getting your bearings, I'll give you a little bit of a description of the space that you see. It's strange and peculiar. You can feel this tether kind of like tugging at the edge of this portal, keeping you connected to something out there back home. Do you pull upon it or do you let it go?
I guess I'll pull on it.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see what I have to work with against Morgan. This is for Jinx.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming this was like kind of an instinctual decision.
Yeah.
Not much of a choice so much.
Morgan, what? Morgan, Backstabber pauses and stops running and looks at you, and they just kind of like shake their head. And they're like, "Poor choice, Morgan. Really bad move. We could have been. I'm your grandpa. We could have been really cool." And Morgan, you reach for your gun belt, and you realize that your 9mm pistol is not there. And you look up and you see that Backstabber is nowhere to be seen. And then from the corner of your ear, you hear, "Nothing personnel, kid." And you hear the hammer go down. And Morgan, you think that's it for you. But then you see hurtling towards you at 1,000 miles a minute, racing towards that hole, you see the strong upper body and well-defined beard of one Brad, who, if anything, is going to be keeping Kev connected to the material plane. It's his life partner and soulmate and brother in Cheers. Brad is like ass over tea kettle, just hurtling towards this fucking hole. Morgan, you have one last act under pressure. You can try to grab onto this speedball, or else it will be just you and Backstabber left on this side of this hole.
Did Brad get shot on the way in?
He careened into Backstabber.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I got a 10 minus 1, so a 9.
Okay.
Which would normally be a mixed success. I'm debating if I should use a luck point, but I like the mixed success roll, so I want to see where this goes.
You grab onto Brad's belt. It's a sturdy, well-made leather belt. And as you are being ripped towards this portal, you see that Brad has a snake wrapped around his shoulders, which goes down Brad's kind of like slithers around him, wraps around your arm, and keeps you tightly on him. And then continues going past you. It is still keeping you to Brad, but the snake is reaching out further behind you. And you see... gripped safely between its jaws is a small rat. And just absolutely pile driving into the back of one Hubert Alpenglow. This hodgepodge of Brad, Vernon's snake, Morgan, and what you pretty safely assume is Backstabber careen into this portal, all taking 3 damage, ignoring harm. And you land in this other space. And with a satisfying and ASMR triggering, the portal snaps shut behind you, and you are in this cold, kind of dark room. Trent, you look up from the ground after all these people kind of careening in behind you. You saw that Amber got through safe, and that's like kind of like the last thing that you saw. And you see an incredibly normal looking person. He is wearing kind of just like white collared shirt. You see a cup of coffee, which he dropped on the ground. You feel that cold air that was hitting against your back is the blast of a pretty robust and modern looking air conditioner unit. You track up this guy. You got like slacks, collared shirt, and you just see super normal looking person. There appears to be a name tag on his lapel. But that name tag is not going to matter in half a second, Trent. You make eye contact with this guy, and he just goes, "Oh, shit." And he just disintegrates into dust. And you hear this careening crack, and the office door that was behind him splits down the middle. And you can see that whatever room you are in is currently adrift from this much, much larger building that it was seemingly just connected to. What's everybody doing? It's not like falling to the ground. It is just drifted away at a pretty considerable speed.
Floating away like into the air.
Into the air, ether, hard to say.
Okay. Right.
Um,
I would love to just run to the doorway and look out and see what I can see.
Outside the door, you see an immensely tall building, kind of like improbably, impossibly tall. It is made of, in an architectural style that is not like wholly alien. It doesn't look like an alien building. It doesn't look like, I don't know, any city you've ever seen before, Kevin. And you feel this overwhelming sense of kind of like almost familiarity. Like this place looks kind of like heaven, sort of. It's got kind of aspects of heaven's kind of like grander and like older kind of psychically built buildings, I will say.
And the room that we're in is currently just drifting away.
Just drifting up and away. And the kind of lights flicker off for a second in the room, but then seemingly flit right back on. And normal room just drifting up and away. Kevin, you feel also in this moment profoundly alien and cut off from everything you have ever known before. Even when on your kind of own kind of independent kind of tryst with being a freelancer, you still had the fact that you were in the universe, which was of heaven. You are, Kevin, normal being right now. You are kind of the same here as everyone else seems to be.
Okay.
People are looking around the room, but there is
that was gonna be my next.
There's a large stately mahogany desk built into the corner of the room. It doesn't look incredibly expensive, but it looks very, very sturdy. And there are all manner of ledgers and computer screens with kind of data arrays and number sets reading off of them, all kind of varying in degrees of magnitude. They seem to be tracking two integers of data. And then there is a third monitor on the side, which has considerably less information with a separate set of data, it would seem. Shit, crazy.
I'm curious if I'm still conscious, because my harm tracker is at full now, +1.
Oh my god. Morgan is in dire straits. However, I mean, you could always have used a luck point to avoid harm from that injury reaping against the side of that portal. Just saying, always an option to you.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. And there would be a pretty narratively justifiable reason for that to happen that I can throw your way.
You know what? Sure, I will take the retro luck point.
That's nice about this game is that the luck points are retroactive.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, they're situationally very usefully applicative. You guys see that Morgan kind of they came through the portal with seemingly a bit more heat than everybody else. They kind of took the brunt of Brad's force. Morgan smashed into the back wall of this room, breaking like a framed kind of schematic of some kind. And crumpled to the floor, losing a pretty considerable amount of blood. But this kind of thick fuzzy crust kind of crops up around Morgan briefly. And Morgan, you feel this really lovely kind of comforting warmth all around you. And you feel better than you've maybe ever felt before. And you feel also more alone than you've felt since you were a regular human undergrad, pre-mushroom. You are Morgan Sabarius individual right now. You can feel Q near you, adjacent as like a sibling, but you are disconnected from any greater fungal network. Here, you're pretty much all that there is of Hyphae. Amber helps you to your feet, Trent, and is just kind of holding on to you, not wanting to let go for fear of you kind of dissipating into whatever. Brad also gives you a long and tender hug. Kev.
Thank you, Brad.
I knew something was happening, and I knew you couldn't leave me behind.
Well, I'm glad you could make it.
Where is it?
We don't know.
Okay.
We just got here. We're not sure about that. But glad you could make it.
Should we try and as Trent gets up to his feet, like slowly, he's like looking around, he's like, do we need to worry about drifting away from the rest of that building? Should we like make a move or something?
What do you suggest we do about it?
Are we like, how far have we drifted?
Quite a ways. Like, and it
Yeah.
appears to be speeding up as it goes.
Are you even bring any rope?
The lights above you flicker off once more and then flick back on, now in a kind of a dull, darkish red color. Kind of the universal sign of, like, you know, emergency, I would say. Ratburn is sitting in the corner of the room drinking a cup of coffee with his feet up on a little ottoman. It's a nicely furnished office. It's like, this is about what I expected.
Really?
You want to fill us in?
You get glimpses, you know, being in my position. I think that we have now comparatively a lot less and a few new things to worry about. Effectively, I think that we just ended our universe. However, look at the turnout, and where better to do it than what I am assuming is maybe where it was made. Big question mark on that one. Now, I'm not much of a computers guy.
There's a lot of matrix-looking
There's
data sets.
a lot of matrix-looking data sets right there, and I'm blushing a little bit, but I think that little rinky-dink monitor there is a kind of a measure of what I did, which proves to me once and for all that what I did was real, and I wasn't pretending to be a tertiary power of the universe. And for what it's worth, that feels pretty fucking great.
Wow, you made it.
I mean,
onto the
everything-
leader.
Yeah.
If everything's represented by data sets, everything's got to be measured, right? No matter how small, from an ant down to like a pebble.
That's not how this works.
Sure.
You got blue algorithm for heaven, red algorithm for hell, and this little like offish green one over there. That's kind of my stuff.
Can you read it?
Only the
So
one
you're
that's
just an algorithm?
only the stuff about me. Let's not get crazy about this one, man. You're trackable data, like to what
Exactly.
you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. We're all measurable data, right?
Yeah, but you don't have your own screen.
I'm a hell of a lot more measurable than some. Give me this.
I'm just saying your actions are real no matter the scale, Ratburn.
That's nice. I see. I thought you were trying to undermine me, and I think that's more indicative of the circles that I've found myself in the past.
I mean, to be fair, Trent has been pretty historically mean to you. But
True.
I mean, Ratburn has been pretty historically called backstabber and untrustworthy.
Okay.
fair. I think fair on both sides.
Do we want to start tip tapping away at some of these computer screens?
Is that what we do now?
I mean,
Like,
I'm kind
are
of worried
we-
about this red emergency light that we.
I'm kind of worried about everything.
Yeah.
there's you guys looking around this room. There's some like binders. There's like books and such. But you're not seeing a lot of like. There's no one like coming from that building flying towards you in a draconic rage or whatever. So it seemed, yeah,
it did seem kind of unexpected.
Yeah, it
to
seemed
the
like
to the guy who just vanished.
poor guy. Yeah, his
What
dust
was
is
the name on the lapel?
his dust is all over the floor.
did we-
Like
did we
his
get a
whole
brief
like
on it?
every atom on him is gone. Like
Yeah, but did anyone see it before he disappeared?
Someone
You said
rolled
I
it.
saw the name.
someone
on
rolled.
the-
So I said I saw that you saw a name tag. Hit me with an actor pressure, Trent, to see if you caught it in time.
Okay. That is a 6 + 4, 10 + 2 is 12.
Yeah,
Marble.
great.
Aw. Why do we have to have a nerd run our universe?
Making
Ant
a lot of
farm.
assumptions.
Ants in an ant farm be like.
Thank God we ended it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think just
rest
maybe
with
skating
Amber.
past the moral implications of the choices that we've made for a second. We
Mhm.
can probably get to that. Let's just are we? Can we like? Does anyone know how to fly this thing? Also, can I actually? This is a separate question. Can I read what's happening on that heaven monitor?
Yes, you can. So it's like the classic, like you look at big set of numbers and then suddenly they all start to fucking make sense. You can see basically there is I don't know how fucking programs work. There is a data set showing, heaven from whenever to wherever, and it's tracking like a lot of like tasks that heaven is either tasked to do or tasking itself to do, which are all adding up to like points pretty much. And it's an incredibly like it's way too in depth, and like you could never like read it all out to a room of say 5 people. But you see that heaven and hell were incredibly like neck and neck, like where kind of the game was, and then you see this hyphae integer, and it seems to have been like falsely generating a ton of points for heaven, and by your assumption also for hell. And at the point in the data now, you are able to kind of understand and read both the heaven and hell shit. They were becoming the same thing in essence. It was becoming like just like a self-completing feedback loop pretty much of generation and aggregation with a will separate of whatever was making the universe the universe.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So there was like a virus in the program that caused an integer overflow type deal.
Pretty
Or not
much.
overflow, but like, yeah.
You get it. You get what?
So Ratburn, that mark you made
Yes.
doesn't seem very healthy for the
No.
whole
No.
system.
Once again,
In essence,
didn't tell Hyphae to do
That's
this.
true. That's true.
Did not.
That's true.
This was not my plan.
You
Kevin,
just
did you-
wanted your own points?
Kevin,
I get it.
Kevin, did you plan to get in that fucking mulch? Yes.
Everyone always gives me shit about the mulch.
And I'm just saying that I think the mulch thing was a pretty good idea.
Who's that?
Who was that?
This is Brad.
Oh, right.
Oh. Right. I mean, yeah, the mulch. At least I made a friend in the most literal sense.
That's fun.
I got super scared that it was Mike for a second.
Speaking of yeah.
Yeah. So really, I guess I honestly have no idea what we do now, other than just like
Just
Look up.
keep drifting and read back the play loop. Morgan is not Morgan. Fucking Q is looking through this like kind of big binder that was sitting next to the desk. He's like, a lot of this stuff is getting sharpied over as I'm kind of reading it. And you guys look over their shoulder and you see that things are becoming redacted incredibly quickly. There's a big company name header at the top of this thing. And there are a lot of kind of like technical specs for this system that you see you're kind of privy to. those things are getting, as if someone was kind of furiously with a Sharpie over over Q's shoulder, crossing stuff out. They flip to the kind of the middle-ish of the book, past the section that's in Italian, past the section that's in French, and they see
Sharpieing the other languages first.
Of course, yeah. I mean, they got to do it. They don't know. It could be Spanish people. It could be French people. They don't know who's here.
Yeah.
And they're looking over and they're like, there appears to be some kind of basic operational parameters here, and there is a debug and factory reset option that might be, I don't know what, I don't fucking know, man.
An option. Okay, can we like interact with these terminals? Like we
They're-
can type stuff in here.
Certainly, who are you asking? Me, Max? There's a
Yeah.
keyboard on the computer.
Right. All right. I guess let's try that. Just reset our universe. I don't like the implications of this being one room in that big tower, but I do like it in the vein of Max aping off of books that they haven't read yet.
God damn it. Yeah, that's fine. It's all Outer Wilds.
I like the fact that Trent probably thought like it would be this was not what Trent was expecting.
No.
Trent was expecting some JRPG fantasy universe reset where everything magically fixes itself. And the fact that Trent is now thinking about how he has to, if he resets the universe, this could just all happen again. Like there's no way to like balance anything without learning like coding. Like I can't just type like if infinite point generation.
Don't.
False.
Yeah.
Don't.
Seems like this terminal is pretty complicated.
Now I'm just a small town grease rat, but I've kind of been at the impetus of a fair few universes at this point, trying my hand at becoming a whole other thing. So I can give you guys a bit of a rundown of what you might expect to see as we go in there. Morgan, I'm gonna set this aside because you did almost die. I'm still displeased with you. I'll put that up there. You don't owe me jack, friend. But I just want to say that maybe Morgan gets one fewer vote than me in the upcoming proceedings, as they tried to kill me. Furthermore, the ingredients that are present at the reset, I believe, are pretty important for how the universe after it kind of happens. There's not always been a Trent Cottery, but there's usually a California. There's not always there's not always a Reddit.com, but there's usually an internet. Things like that. There has always been the brine, from what I can figure. I don't know if I am unintentional or if I'm I don't really know what I am, to be perfectly honest. And with this broad scope of theological wondering, I don't know if we ever will. But the mindset and goals that you have going into the next universe will kind of help the procedural Minecraft generation process, I believe.
Right. Okay.
I will say, in all, you know, all things being said, save for 3, you did deal with the hyphae problem.
That's true.
That's one point of experience for you all.
Is that true?
No,
It's not end of session yet.
not end of session yet, Kevin.
Well, you also get them during the session if you do a bad roll.
True, but you guys would
I mean,
never
it
do
really
bad
doesn't
rolls.
matter at this point.
We only roll 12s.
Morgan has ripped out. That's not true. Q has ripped out the kind of page and has kind of rewritten the kind of factory reset / processes re-beginning sequence on like a sticky note. And this binder is now more Sharpie than text. And then with a kind of crisp flame, it just kind of like kind of goes up into flames. There's a little waste paper basket next to you, Q, if you don't want to be holding that. Thanks, Amber. He just chucks it out the like door, so it just kind of flies off into oblivion. You guys can see that you are now leaving the upper atmosphere of wherever this place is, and below you, you can see a planet pretty Earth similar, save for the fact that the oceans are a soft and supple lilac color.
Well, that's nice. Like just aesthetically, I like.
Wow, very good framing on Lily in Reese's webcam there. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Oh yeah, what's everybody doing?
Well, I guess we should all hold hands and someone start typing this shit.
Control Alt Delete. Open Task Manager.
Task manager.
Reset
task.
process.
You see that the network use is currently at 0, but the disk and CPU use is currently nearly at 100%.
Yeah, sounds like they're formatting the disk type deal.
From within.
Would I know how to like do this? Probably not.
I mean, we have instructions written down from Q, right?
Yeah, but I think we've established that Kevin isn't very knowledgeable about computers.
No.
I think Trent's gonna take the reins and just follow Q's instructions,
Trent's brothers.
word for word.
That was very funny, Henry. Yeah, Q kind of like.
I can also ask Q if they like to do it. They're like a prodigy with, you know.
There's a
magic
certain
and
level of
computers.
ownership that I would then, even if not existing, take upon the formatting of the universe that I think I'm going to leave very squarely on your shoulders, Trent.
All right, I have no qualms about that.
Oh. Whack.
Give a fuck about anything.
I mean, everything's already gone to well.
Nice. Nice.
Wink to camera, series ends.
Yeah, we see from CCTV footage in the corner of this room, we see a short, ordinary-looking man sitting at a computer desk with an angel, a demon, a lab student, a big rat guy, another a postgraduate doctorate holder. I think that's everybody. And a
Is
crab.
there like a file folder on the desktop called like surf and turf _ project?
Surf and turf video files, comma, to be edited. Yeah, there's like a pretty simple string of commands. You first have to type in like, you know, stop sequence or whatever. You hit enter on that, and these 3 screens of just kind of like billowing data all kind of broil to an end, save for the brine one on the corner, which has a kind of command line which is still going, and then it's like blinks, looks at Trent, blinks. Backstabber's blinking a lot, yeah. He's like, that's weird, wink.
That is weird that you
Yeah.
still need your own like command line.
Hey man,
Anyway.
I contain multitudes. I have a very deep and powerful inner world. And then Q's like, okay, so type in //
Tap tap.
Thank you. Hit space 2 times. Run.
Like type it or
Type the words run universe dot wav.
it's a sound file. Oh well. It's actually a gravitational wave file.
Do you hit enter?
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Can we all like hold hands and
No, you guys are too far away. You'd have to come to my house. You guys aren't here. Like, you are not physical beings that are here. There is in this space there is, how to best describe it? It's like a tall glass of fluid. There is kind of a cool kind of light-filled fluid sitting at the bottom of it. Running through it, there's this kind of thick, heavy, kind of silty grit. That's Kevin and Amber. Suspended in this kind of tea-like solution, there is a kind of refraction a little bit of light. There is like a bit of a charge, and that's you, Trent. Your awareness is not that of a human person, but it's that of something that's here. Growing like a thin layer of mold on top of some old skimmed milk. We see there's a meniscus of a moldy kind of fuzz that has sitting on top of it this kind of seeping and sinking and rising kind of oily brackish fluid, and that's Morgan, Q, Brad, and Backstabber. What upon Trent hitting that enter key, what was everyone thinking about, if I may? Like what was the front of everyone's mind?
I think Kevin was thinking, and maybe on the nose, but just about the ocean. Just thinking about like what it was like being a fish, and how civil and nice it is.
Morgan?
I hope that doesn't happen again.
Trent?
Trent's thinking about when he first like felt his empathetic powers and throughout, how he could connect with other people and feel the connections like between people and how they could grow, and like the intent that people have to do good for each other.
It is the very first second of existence in the universe. It is a little wet here. It's quite warm, and more so than that, it is aware of itself. The universe knows who it is, and it knows that it is friends. It is countless thousands upon thousands of years later. Things have cooled down considerably. Things have begun to coalesce. But the thing that things have continued to do pretty expressly is to not take themselves terribly seriously. This is not a universe that believes that it is the most important thing out there, because this one started, unlike any other one, not from a argument and not from a defeat, but from the realization that, maybe a lot of this doesn't matter quite as much as we really thought. Kevin, the first stirrings of life kind of come across a planet that at the moment is very much not called Earth. What does it want more than anything else?
I think all life just wants to continue living and, I guess, propagating.
And it does. And Morgan, that life is something not too dissimilar to what you find yourself being. And that life, as simple as it is repeating, and it is expanding. And Hyphae is here, and it is present, and it is aware of this world. And it has some very loose memories of what came before it, but it knows that it has options, which it did not feel like it had before. Trent, humans happen eventually. That is usually pretty inevitable. What's different this time?
I don't think a lot's changed. I think humans are the inventive, curious, explorative bunch that they always have been and always will be. They understand the value of cooperation. They understand the sentiment of
Trent.
Well, I was going to say the sentiment of the universe, and that it feels for them a little bit, or at least they feel that it does.
It's
Beautiful.
a very, very long time after that. It's a sunny day in a small town called Dancing, Nova Scotia. Young Brad Rickshaw is on his way to work at a grocery store called General Good Time. A lot of things are different, but it's mostly the same. Surf and turf.
Wow.
Yeah. Did we conclude the current mystery?
So did.
Hell yeah, we did.
Hell yeah, we
We
did.
concluded that whole. We concluded the whole universe.
Did we learn anything new and important about the universe? I would say yes.
Computers.
Did we learn anything new and important about one of the hunters? Amber's pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet
And yet we're all stew.
and yet we're all kind of a primordial stew.
Crazy how you predicted Elden Ring. This is basically Elden.
This is Elden Ring? Wow.
Yeah.
The lands between.
It's all-
Come
it's all
catch me,
Elden.
sucker! You all get 16 points of experience.
Wow.
Wow.
We can spend those on whatever we want.
Oh yeah, you can take those to the
I,
user store and get 1 pound of head.
I'm gonna level up and retire this hunter to safety, I think.
Okay, cool. Q is going to take the sorry, Brad is going to take the you can create another hunter and control them as well. There's 3 Kevins now.
Great.
Yeah,
Lovely.
right.
Thank you, Max. Genuine.
Thank you, Henry Hoffman.
Wow.
What,
Unlucky guess.
what the fuck? I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
how do we
What a
feel about that
fitting-
one?
What a nice bow to put on it.
Mm.
Could it have been any other way?
All VODs will eventually be on the YouTube channel.
Thanks,
So
Nightbot.
true.
Yeah.
In this universe, we love Nightbot.
If
That's
I
the
may-
only difference.
General Good Times. That was completely spur of the moment, and I'm very happy with that.
That was really good.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. Surf and turf, man. It's maybe the real surf and turf was the friends we made along the way.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that is an ending. It's weird to. It's been a long time since we
Mhm.
started.
Yeah.
This game. I feel like we did this whole talk at the end of last session, but
That was so long ago. That was years ago.
Max. Here's the point where you decide what tattoo that I get. I was thinking about just like a little fish with a halo.
A little fish with a halo is fun to like kind of. So we got like that thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you got just Kevin tattooed on your forehead?
Whoa. And then Brad on the back of your head. Yeah, love you, Solo. Can we just like real quick to Solsod, to Riley, and to Uben X, the 3 Surf and Turf like fans that stuck it through all of it, no matter when they started.
All 500 hours. Of
Obviously,
gameplay.
like massive fucking shouts out to Mandy and Slimy One for being there from like the very fucking beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to very concretely thank my 3 very good friends, Reese, Luna, and Henry, for I don't know. I think this would have been a lot less interesting if I'd played you guys' characters. Oh, my girlfriend's here. Hi, Sasha. Surf and Turf's done. Like real this
We
time.
killed it.
We killed it.
Forever.
But you are
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. You want to do a face
Surf and
reveal?
Turf
We are still
lives and
live.
dies with Max.
Yeah. I got a thumbs up from Sasha on face reveal.
Really?
I got a affirmative shaking of the head.
Wow.
Oh no, Sasha's been drafted into the war.
Oh.
Oh hell.
Terrible timing on that one. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Reagan.
This wouldn't have happened if we didn't create a new universe.
Oh, Solo has asked us all to drink a pint of water. I'll be right back. I just gotta get
I
myself
would
a
love
pint
some
glass.
water. I didn't bring. This is the least prepared physically I've been for a session. I didn't even have time to grab a water bottle from the kitchen. I mean, I could have, but
I feel like you had a lot of
other
camera troubles to worry about, Henry.
Yeah, I was doing stuff, and I think this camera is. I'm surprised that it came back to life for this session, but I
Are we allowed to say anything before Max gets back?
No, it has to be completely silent. It's a moment of silence for the old universe.
Wow.
I just gave my girlfriend a celebratory hug, and it hooked my hoop earring on the like arm of her glasses, and it like it was the worst hugging experience I've ever had.
Wow.
Swear, Henry, do it.
You want me to swear?
Mm-hmm.
Swear, just like say a swear word, or do you want me to like pledge something?
Promise.
Promise what? What was I saying? I don't know.
Do you guys have any questions for me right now?
I would really love for you to finish reading The Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Where's the snack? No, where's the snake?
Where's the snake?
It
Oh,
really is
there's snakes in this new universe now.
The most Surf and
Oh.
Turf aligned, like vibes-wise, piece of media that exists outside of Surf and Turf, I think. Through and through.
What about the Bible?
Maybe.
It's got
I've got a
of-
great video to show you, Max.
Penis. That's my swear word. Oops.
Listen, if I want to have a bath in my own bin on the hottest fucking day we have in British history, no, I can do that. That's backstabber footage. It's real. You can find it.
Solo, you're a lovely person.
That's not the opposite of a swear. The opposite of a swear would be like, a bless word. Achoo!
Since we're on air,
Yeah.
and we
I was thinking
don't have
like a
a
compliment.
podcast to do anymore, I guess we should talk about that video of the police officer getting beaten in a fight by that slide. That I'm sure we've all seen at this point. So many people have showed it to me.
So there's a video of a cop. I think it's like a slide in like, I want to say Detroit. I'm not sure. And it's use your bang bang bang, and this cop hurls out the bottom of this like children's slide. Very similar vibes to Brad like hurtling through the portal.
Oh yeah, it's a great video.
Oh, ad break in
Jasper just
progress.
sent it to me, which is why I'm just checking my messages, because we don't have a podcast to do anymore.
Do we feel that the ending justified the means?
Yeah, I think it's the
Well,
perfect
no,
way
because
to-
Mads is dead. So
Oh yeah, Mads is dead. That sucks. Also, everyone else.
yeah,
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know who's like. We don't know what this new universe is like. We're gonna have to figure that out in
Yeah.
whatever the next thing is.
But it's it's unfortunate that we had to sort of start everything over.
Oh, hi, Alex. Alex, as the only person who's ever also DM'd a session of Surf and Turf, how do you feel about the finale?
but you were definitely here for the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And not having dinner with our friend David.
Did you get them to put it on the bar TV as you said that you would?
Now that we've reached the end, can I ask some questions that are just for me?
Go ahead.
I don't know, like, can I get some like favorite moments from the show, and very specifically favorite NPC, and you can't say backstabber.
Definitely Mads, hands down.
Yeah, Mads
real.
is pretty good, and
I wish I could be
Daniel.
friends with Mads. I think a
I
favorite
like the
moment of
werewolves.
mine is the moment from the emote where you were stumped and you were watching.
Yeah, every time you used oops makes me very, very happy.
It's just such a funny move.
Yeah,
It's so much power to give to the player.
Alex's favorite character was Pork and Beans. Oh yeah, I want you guys to know that for so long now, I knew that somehow the show was going to either end with Trent dying, or Trent dying was going to precipitate the end of this show. I had I had a very clear plan for what was going to happen, like post Trent's life. This was not it.
Were you expecting him to not make that nat 12 roll? That he did?
No, actually, if you'd believe it or not,
I still had 3 luck points saved.
I was
up,
expecting
so.
him to use a luck point there, and that was going to have its own thing.
Right.
But yeah, that was funny. It had to happen.
That was like actually so crazy.
It had to happen, and and it always works like that. Yeah.
That's got to be one of our craziest rolls. We've had some pretty crazy ones, but I also liked the
I mean, the first like session was great. I did like the commander and cheers setting.
Yeah,
And
and
I
like
do like
when it was, like-
Kevin gets a gun.
yeah, we just
Kevin
had
Gets
to
a Gun
move
was a
away
classic moment.
from like the very grounded setting, just with like the balls that were rolling on this show. I do
Yeah.
definitely miss it, and like I've said this before that like whatever fucking RPG thing I do after Surf and Turf. Oh, I'll get to that. I'll get to that question in a second. Solo, that's good. Like whatever the thing that whatever the RPG thing that I do on this channel post Surf and Turf, like I want to learn a lot from Surf and Turf, like in it. And yeah, like the groundedness of like the first one was like very helpful and also like very quickly kind of detrimental. Like it's a very good framing device, and I think there's aspects of that I'd like to keep for sure. But like God, being like, okay, now we gotta go to work today. Like Jesus, like
Can you just send us the big document now, like the whole thing,
yes.
whatever like thing that you're.
And I need you guys to understand that some of this is going to seem very bare bones because so much of this bullshit is just in my head. Yeah, you guys, I am now sharing my DM notes to the party.
What are some of the things that you wanted to tell us, like so bad that you just couldn't? Were there any moments?
Yeah, that's tough.
Because I know there's probably a lot.
Backstabber being the Brian, like that, like that was like very. That was like in Earworm. I knew that was the case. Pretty much, like it was just like that was established pretty early for like me. God, I'm trying to think. Because like there's so much bullshit in this that like comes like spur of the moment, right?
Oh, you gotta give us access to this document.
I think it's only people with the link can access it. Is what it's
No.
supposed to be.
I'm just seeing it say access denied.
I've shared it with Henry Hoffman because you asked request. Yeah, let's see if any stuff on here like didn't like actually get. I mean, there was like some early NPCs that like I was like, oh, this might become a person that's real, and that never happened. Oh, I think I have like my first description of what the brine was in here.
Do you think there's a way that it could have ended not with us resetting the entire universe?
Maybe. After a certain point, no. Like that universe was fucked by like Hyphae, pretty much. Like there was no way that could have gone well for the beings that lived there.
Right.
So my original like
it was
writings
kinda
of like
after we
heaven and hell. Heaven is human ideas, human nature, boundless, never-ending life, energy and chaos, the slow waning away of old, things surviving for eons, deep, dark with cool guiding, enticing light. Hell is sin, human nature, human runoff, human goals, iron, oil, the past, destructive and fast change, slow degradation via pressure, bodies both new and ancient, deep, dark with a hot, searing light. And then what I originally was just like heaven plus hell is like a terribly deep underground pool, heavy with minerals, a surface below the surface, a depth below depth, water without water, stone without stone. Roots dip into this water, bones float in this water. Heaven and hell are both, however alien, still either reflections of the base ingredients of human life. This place isn't. It's still natural, but it's not our natural. It's like that one big brine lake in the ocean. I never got to use brine sickles, which was a thing that Solo introduced me to.
Is that a real thing?
Like they'll be like it's called like the icy finger of death. It's when like an incredibly concentrated saltwater like ice spike goes down from a like a massive ice on the surface of the water, and as soon as it touches the bottom of the water, it spreads instantly, and it kills fucking anything that's living on the bottom of the like water there. Cool shit. Yeah, Christ. I'm obviously like I'm never going. There's nothing I'm ever going to be like 100% happy with. Like if I would from the beginning do Surf and Turf differently, I would both change a lot of stuff and I wouldn't change a fucking thing. Like it's I will say, is it the cleanest narrative ever? Who gives a fuck? I think it's dope as hell. Sorry, what is this image that? Oh, it's the monkey puppy. Oh, this is just mud. Click on this image to see a cool photo of mud. or a cool toast gif from Reese. Sent at 9/11. Surf and turf. Oh, I see. Mud, dirt track. God, yeah. Also, yeah, like it wouldn't have been about heaven and hell if we hadn't had Henry play a divine and then have Reese be like, "Oh, I'll have a demon girlfriend." Like, I think
and we had a vampire.
the biggest tragedy is that I feel like I always Luna's characters just were always very narratively useful for me, and I always had to take a little bit of agency away from my very good friend, and I hope she does not mind too terribly. Yeah, fucking what a ride, what a trip.
It's fun being like a little pawn piece.
You do it so well. You play evil so willingly.
Oh, the Vernon's moments were some of my favorites because it was just so diabolical.
Yeah, and
Like,
just everything
I-
fell into place so naturally with that guy.
Yeah,
Vernon like gaslighting Mads.
gaslighting the entire party.
Yeah.
And having Trent
Yeah.
believe everything Vernon was saying, like implicitly.
So I think I will kind of officially state now that Surf and Turf is the kind of pilot for a kind of type of RPG show that I want to call. Working title for this kind of like overarching thing is Local Legends. And so I guess this was Local Legends Surf and Turf.
Maybe it's well done.
More specifically, Local Legends. Well, no, if you look at the title of this stream, it is just Surf and Turf.
Oh.
Yeah, just great, just good stuff, just really fucking good stuff. I love Surf and Turf. This is the most proud I've ever been of like a thing that I've made.
As you should. And I will say, I was going to eat something right before the stream started, and then I never actually got a chance. So I am very hungry.
We're gonna wrap things up soon. I've got a girlfriend to smooch, a cat to pet, and some weed to smoke outside. Also, I just want everybody to know that I had to quit my job to make the final session of Surf and Turf, and I can now concretely state that Ernest Ice Cream.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Can we dox your?
We
old
can
birthplace
say it. Go there.
Go there. That's the plug. Or not? I don't know.
Yeah, I know the key to the back door. Ask.
I was thinking, I kind of relate to my character Kevin because he quit his job at Heaven, much like I quit my job at Ernest Ice Cream.
You didn't really quit your job at Ernest Ice Cream, now did you?
No, not really.
And we don't need to talk about that. Oh yeah, I would
we
like
don't need to
everybody
get
to
into
anybody who isn't already follow SoloSod Live on Twitch. In September, Solo is going to be running probably like a couple session RPG that we're going to be called Elevation, and that's definitely going to be tied into the Local Legends brand BS
Sort of a
solo
neatly
RPG on Desloppy. What is this thing?
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Solo
and
RPG on
if-
Also, Solo in chat a while ago asked me to say something in between of what they requested Reese and Henry to say. And Henry, you said penis. Reese, you said something about love. So my thing for you, Solo, will be love penis.
and eat breakfast. Good night, everybody.